Hey there, it's Raven Scry here today to share a reading about June in the crypto space. Now, the other day I just turned on the recorder when I was actually in quite a deep meditation and just felt like, okay, I want to do a reading. I wasn't, trying to make it polished for the channel, but I just kind of turned it on. So I have recorded this reading. And the sound is, not ideal, but it's a very loose, authentic way that the information has come through. I haven't edited it, so I actually just feel to give it as I got it with this one. So I hope you enjoy it, and if you have any thoughts or anything that comes to mind during listening, please don't hesitate to pop it below. And sometimes it's like when you're listening to a session, I would call it a session. It's like I've journeyed somewhere, Spirit's connected and shown me certain things. It's like you're almost being taken there as well. So certain things that come through can be very, very important for you individually, but also to share, because we are here as a collective across the globe. So it's like this magical synchronicity that plays out. Okay, guys, enjoy. Okay, so I am basically wanting to just connect to Spirit today. I want to do a reading for you guys. I want to do a reading for you guys, basically connecting to June. In the crypto space, the month of June this year, in the crypto space, and anything that Spirit wishes to share or advise on, just anything that wants to come through around the month of June and what should be shared around June in the crypto space. Okay, I'm just asking Spirit to step close now. The month of June. Okay, I have guidance from a higher being, wanting me to step higher with them. They're guiding me up into a rainbow colours. And we're going up and then we're moving down. It's like it's very undulating, but it's slow and steady in the way that it feels. And this is June that I'm speaking of, Spirit. So what can be shown around the crypto space in June? So I'm hearing follow the path. So as I follow this path, this rainbow path, I just surrender into what it's offering me. Now, at the top of this path, it's moving along, and there's this path. It feels quite light within the way that the energy is, and the way that the rainbow is, but up the top is a bear. There's a big bear waiting up the top, which is of course a classic, symbol of the space. And it's like he's blocking the path, pointing down. This bear blocks the path and points down, and it's almost like, I can feel the resistance. It's almost like we've moved to a point of resistance here, trying to move past, but there's this bear that's blocking the path. Now I'm gonna it's like he's pushing me down. It's like he's pointing down, pushing me down. Now it's almost like there's this reference to down. And if I go down into it, it's like, there's a fall. And then, fall. when it goes into like pillows, there's some sort of soft landing. But there's colourful pillows, like there's reds. I'm seeing like red pillows. It's almost like there's satin pillows that I've landed on. And it's interesting now too, because it's like as I connect to these satin pillows, I'm becoming aware of this black stitching, and it's taking me into decor of Japanese attire. You know, it's like this Japanese decoration, or red and blacks. It's like satin pillows and black stitching. Yeah, this black and satin Japanese theme. So just gently allow myself to expand into it a little bit more. It's interesting now because I'm being taken into what feels to be a scene that I have actually seen on television. The scene is somebody is actually in a snake pit, and there's snakes all around them, slithering snakes. And it's like, for them to be able to stay in this snake pit and the snakes not kind of bite them or get too out of hand, they have to actually stay still and not react emotionally. Now, this is the hardest thing to not do in the way that it's shown. You know, it's like, if you imagine if you're in a pit of snakes and you're just like lying there, just totally encased in snakes, and imagine not moving, how that feels, how resistant you feel to not want to panic and run, or to not want to, you know, get them off you, or whatever it is. But it's like, to be still, it's so important here. Now there is this reference to Japan in some connection here, but there is this reference to snakes. I feel as though this is referencing emotions within deep stress situations, hard situations that are so hard to not react to. Now I feel as though this bear, you know, pointed me down to this spot, which feels very much like some sort of crash. Feels very much like some sort of low drop that we've gone into, and the importance of what they're trying to say is very much just not buying into the emotions here. But they are showing me how difficult it will be to not buy into these emotions, how difficult it will be, and only some who are extremely able to sit with the temptation to do something, but not. Only the few that can actually do that will be okay here, but many will react and will not be okay, and what was perhaps a fine situation that was challenging turns ugly because they've created it. It's like they've turned it more ugly in stepping forward, in doing, in acting. So rather than acting, it's like stay centered, stay focused, breathe, and don't buy into the emotional change, the emotional, what's being presented emotionally. It's going to be very hard to not. Okay, so with all that, Spirit, like, what else have we got? We're in this don't buy in emotionally. Okay, I'm seeing armies marching, but it's like I do ask Spirit to stay within the theme of crypto here. Now, often they want to split off into timeline and into overlapping scenes of what's going on in the world. And so just to keep that in mind, if that's what's happening here, which I feel as though it is, it's like they show a present. It's like everything they show is like overlapping scenes outside of, you know, almost overlapping scenes that are overlapping within a space of time that is all taking place and colliding synchronistically. So if we've got this moment that's taking place, and we have this bear that's pointed down, you know, on the rainbow, this bear that's pointed down, and then we've landed in this snake pit, and then, you know, the emotions, resisting the emotions is extremely difficult, but it's extremely important. So within this moment of what's taking place here, now they're wanting to go a little bit deeper. So there is armies, and they're marching. I can hear them, you know, like I can hear their boots on the gravel. It's very dry here too. It feels very much like military, you know. It's I can see the you know, it's like the khaki or the like patchy army colours, uniforms. It's flashing, but these strong uniforms. Now, what's presenting here, as I feel into these armies marching, is that there is almost like, you know, this sense of some sort of a priestess, you know, and it almost feels like someone that is high up in some sort of position, of heightened position. Now, this could be, you know, someone who's very respected within the high up levels of this, wherever we are here, of this country, essentially. Now, I feel as though they're flashing into different elements of possibilities for country, but I'm just going to leave it for now and not speak directly to it, because sometimes that can hinder it expanding more. We have already had a Japanese reference, but just keep allowing this to unfold. Now I feel as though this is this high up being, this like this woman who is, you know, it's almost like she may not even be a person. She may be an actual person that's in the public eye, or some sort of queen or priestess. Like, she has this kind of stature about her, and as I connect to her, it's like she has a high priestess energy. So I want to say that whether or not she's actually in person, in flesh, whoever she is connecting into, like, her energy is very high priestess like. And I'm also hearing Quan Yin. So there is this grace, there is this kind of just this light priestess energy that is quite strong in connection to this army. Now, it's talking about, you know, global peace, global world peace. Now she's wanting to actually speak to me, so it's like global world peace. I feel as though she's a higher being. There's so much destruction in the world. We must offer this safety through this peace, this global peace. Coming together as one in unity, and it will be like the soldiers dissolve. It's like they're almost not there, she's saying. She's talking about signs on the walls and signs all around you. Now, I feel I'm going to ask her, is this referencing people that I'm talking to at the moment, or just generally? It's for the message. It's the message for everyone to hear at this moment. There's signs all around you. She's basically saying there's signs for every one of you. These signs are all around you. It's like there's hints and clues of the way forward. And they're just there. It's like she shows them like pictures on walls, you know. It's just like they're not out of reach. They're so close. They're just there. And they're all around every one of you. Each one of you is what she's saying. But you must open up and listen, because we are trying to communicate through you. And each of your stories need to be heard, because it creates a flow-on effect and an understanding for the others in the chains that are connected to you. So the flow-on effect, it's like she relates to the flow-on effect of the energies of connection between things, between people. It's like she shows me a lot of light that is open and ready. It's like there's a big beam of this, like it looks to be blue. It's like a light blue light that is like resonating out, you know, and it's almost like a light blue silver light that's moving out and like humming, you know, resonating. It's like resonating in the way that like a flame would resonate, you know, like it, you know, you can feel it more than you can feel it very much within the resonance of it. It's not, you can see it, but you get a sense of it, you experience it more so. And she's saying this is here now, and it's being offered to you. You just need to be able to connect to it. I ask, okay, well, how? How is this, you know, how do people connect? It's like just allowing yourself to open to receive the information, to receive what's being offered. It's like you have to stop and be still to be able to open and receive. And it's very much about surrender, because it's not a doing, it's a receiving, and it's an opening. And it's like the light becomes you, it enters you, it becomes you, and you resonate with it. It's like a very beautiful exchange in the way that it's coming through. And I ask, okay, well, with all of this, you know, it's beautiful. We did ask about crypto, and I'm like, okay, how does this light, how does this message connect to the crypto space in June? It's talking about it all being about the energy and the nature of your energy. And to be able to define what is your energy and what is not your energy. It's like very much a thing of like your energy, not your energy, and it's like it's the difference between winning and losing something. Which feels very important, this message, for many people to receive within acting, within the choices that we make within the crypto space, particularly in June, because it seems that there's something going on here that isn't easy, you know, it's going to be challenging on so many levels. Okay, what more can be said or shared around the month of June, and people getting a hold of their own emotional feelings and their own reactions, learning to surrender and open more to this blue light and to the energy of this goddess energy. Help me to understand a little bit more. Is there anything more that needs to be shared today in this message? Talking about Quan Yin, and talking about, to be honest, I know I've heard of her name. I don't know about her, so I'm just speaking what's coming through. You know, it's like they show her as this high up resonance, these sort of like these very influential leaders, people looking up to this energy. And what makes them be who they are, and what makes them have the energy that they actually are and emit, is their ability with grace and flow. Because it's like they can't have blockages. It's difficult to be receiving this because they're talking very much on a other level of consciousness, but somehow it's integrating into the 3D. But they're just going to sharing it as it's supposed to come through. So it's like the flow has to continue without blockage. And it shows that her flow does, and this energy comes from the highest points up in spirit, and it just moves through, it moves through gently, and there's no blockages, there's no places that's getting stuck, there's no caught, nothing's caught, it's flowing and moving. And it's like they show me as like this flow is just continuing and it's just moving through. It's like wind, gentle breeze in the way that it moves. And, they show me the gentle breeze, but then they show me like boats on the water. It's like the breeze is, on the sails and it's gently going over the water. So it's this beautiful movement. But there is certainly like there is no stuck, and they're stating that is why she can have the effect that she has, because there isn't any blockages. It just continues to flow and continues to move, and what she's wanting to give here is this energy that is her, and it's almost like she's offering her resonance, she's offering her light to those who need it at the moment. And it's almost like she's guiding this certain resonance and this certain connectedness for the people who are attuned to it and that need and have it as a gift to give as well. So it's a very important energy that's coming through in June. And it's very much going to affect so many of you within your movements in crypto, and how you deal with feelings is kind of how they're putting it to me. And I'm just going to ask, is there anything more before we close this reading down, because I feel as though it's coming to an end. Anything more for June in the crypto space? Hearing be brave, and I'm seeing a reference. It's weird. It's like there's an animal with a big mouth and it has a lot of teeth. It's like a big grin. It almost looks like some sort of a cartoon or something. Be brave, and it almost feels like be brave is like brown. It's like almost some sort of a dog or something. But it's like got big eyes and like funny. It's like it's smiling. Looks like some sort of meme. Be brave. Help me to understand this a little bit more, Spirit. Give me a bit more, please. I say, be brave is what comes through, and then I ask for a bit more. I'm getting a bone. It's like a dog with bone. Be brave. And it's interesting because now they're putting it into scene context, so perhaps it's a little bit deeper. It's like now I'm seeing the dog's little house, like a dog house. The dog kind of doing its day-to-day thing, but there's this bone as well. So it's like there's three elements of a bone, a dog, and a dog house. Be brave, and they're sort of putting them together into a scene. And I'm just going to ask for one more thing, or a little bit more context with this that they can offer. They're showing me coins. Is this a project? They're giving me a thumbs up. Is this a crypto project that is out there?
It's an exciting one. Yes, it is a crypto project that's out there. It's an exciting one. It feels like it's some sort of meme. Reference to a dog, reference to a bone, reference to some sort of doghouse. May not be within its reference, but they're showing it for some reason. It's like its whole world. And I mean, that kind of makes me think too, you know, going into NFTs, going into games. Now, I don't know whether that is my brain that has just said that, but I'm going to just throw it out there because often these things come through are right, but then sometimes they can throw it off. So I just offer that. But be brave. There could be a game where you are a dog, or there's a dog with a bone and a house, and there's some sort of coins. And I just ask, okay, if this is a game, Spirit, is this going to be very successful? And they're blowing streamers, and they're like, you know, they're not blowing streamers, like there's streamers, and they're like, you know, birthday party, like woo woo, those little horns, things that people toot. They're tooting those. So yes, it's a celebration. Be brave. Okay. Can you just offer me anything? There's points coming in. Is this game out? Spirit, is this game out? Not yet. It's a dog. It's a brown dog. Big ears, fluffy now. It's almost like I'm seeing it up close. It's like I'm seeing a symbol of it, like it's almost like a token. Then I'm seeing it as an actual bigger head. So it feels like it's like then I've gone onto the website and I'm looking at this game or something. Be brave. And any other words to share, Spirit? And then I'm hearing doghouse. Okay. They're saying market manipulation, so just be careful around this one though. But is this one going to be quite successful? Yes, they show it moving up a lot to highs. Yeah, quite successful, quite positive. Okay, Spirit, I give thanks for today, for all of what's come through. Much gratitude to you. You know, I really feel blessed and honoured to be able to open up and offer your guidance to the community. It's very humbling. And often when I'm, you know, not listening, when you share things like random things like troll and stuff, you know, and I don't listen, it is a continual surrender and humbling, and I am very grateful for my gift and for you joining me to share. So thank you very much, and I'm so grateful to all of you community as well for being here and sharing in this connection, collaboration into the future of wealth and expansion. You know, it's not just about money, it's not just about wealth, it's about like expanding on all levels. So yeah, let's do this, let's do it together. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there. Sending you all many blessings, and I'll see you again soon. Raven Scry signing off.